And a very special good evening, everybody. It is Tuesday night, and from an undisclosed location here in Detroit, Michigan. Happy Tuesday night, everybody. What a day today. Rolling from Cumberland, Maryland into Detroit, Michigan. Going to enjoy a little bit of yogurt here. Here with, met up with Elvis tonight. Hello. Got the beautiful KM from Toronto in the chat.
Hello, KM. Happy Tuesday night, everybody.
Crystal, how are you? Amy's Life, Keith Gregory, what's going on? Welcome to Detroit, my friends.
Welcome to the Motor City. How you doing, Vegas Vixen? I proclaim this will be a legendary hangout. It's going to be a classic. I think we're going to have 300 people watching here tonight because we're live in the Motor City.
Live in the Motor City here tonight.
And we're custom made and we're styling and profiling.
Bella Rose, how you doing? The Queen of Buffalo in the chat.
The Queen of Buffalo's in the chat. The Queen of Toronto, KM, is in the chat.
Hey, Crystal.
The Queen of Vegas, Vegas Vixen, is in the chat.
Joe Smith, I hope you're okay. She was having tests done in Baltimore, so I didn't have a chance to meet up with her.
I want to salute you guys on the Mocha Almond Frappuccino, and I'm custom made, styling and profiling.
I hope you guys saw yesterday when I was out in Perry Hall, Maryland, just northeast of Baltimore City, and Zoe came up and stream sniped me, rode up and joined the stream. It's always fun when people come up on the stream. Yep, reunited again up here in the Motor City, and you know, there's stuff I want to do up here. The food scene is very intriguing to me. In Detroit, in Michigan, there's a lot of history up here. I know it's not particularly Marshall's bailiwick, but I'm very interested in some of the history that's occurred up here, particularly industrial history. So it's going to be an interesting hangout. How you doing, Tom? Yeah, it was quite a ride last night. It was quite a ride today too. When did you get in? Yesterday?
A couple days ago.
Days ago. So tell people, what have you been doing? You're behind on your videos.
I'm behind on my videos. I've been dealing with the heat. I've been using the Airco Bearcat generator.
Brandy. Yeah.
And another thing is just learning the geography of the area, which is always a challenge. Learning where everything's at, talking to people, networking, trying to figure out where everything's at. And today I made a great video of a Iraqi market, one of the best shawarmas I've had, and Rosie's in town. So
walking around 100-degree flannel is what he's been doing.
You want to tell everybody a little bit about quote unquote our itinerary?
Tomorrow I'm going to be meeting Lady T. That's going to be fun to meet her. She doesn't choose to be on camera, but she's expressed an interest in meeting up and perfectly willing to meet both of us. And then on the 4th of July, I'm going to be out. The city's going to be much more empty, so I'm going to take the opportunity to go into town and just get the feel of Detroit. I know you don't like the architecture.
The 4th of July, I'm going to be going live with one of my big friends. He's an Italian guy. He's actually a medical doctor. The one I was telling you guys about, I'm going to be going live with him. And Rosie's going to kind of do her thing with, what are you going to do on the 4th?
Head downtown and do some, capture some video down there. Maybe make a little Detroit cinematic experience down there. It should be pretty emptied out down there. Hey, Blue Jeans, veteran soldiers, and yeah, and 110 degrees and cool. Yeah, I don't know why you don't have a short sleeve shirt on.
Well, I haven't had a chance to do my laundry, so.
Okay.
What is the rest of your itinerary over here?
Then
after 4th of July, what's our itinerary?
Then Thursday's going to be, Friday's going to be hanging out with Andrea W., meeting her and doing some chooching, and then Saturday, yeah, man, we're going to be meeting up with Yeah Man.
And Sunday we're going. Don't tell them where though, because I don't want the trolls calling. But we're going somewhere. So you think probably Monday we'll leave or Sunday night?
Yeah, you were talking about that. You were telling me I should probably spend more time in like Michigan and not be in such a hurry.
Well,
to get
I
out.
think with what Rosie, my food is based upon boondock. We have two different channels. My food is my channel is based upon
Hey, kitten cat.
boondocking and content as far as
Hey, Tara.
nightlife and food. Rosie's content is based upon mostly filming old buildings. But what I'm saying is that Chicago has a whatever she wants. There's old buildings, there's nightlife, there's food, but I was more interested in spending more time in Michigan. Why? Because I already know everything about Chicago, and Michigan is a learning experience every day. So I think we'll spend a decent amount of time here, and everybody's asking the question,
Hey, McFly.
what's going to be the itinerary with D-Dubs?
Well,
Everybody, that's a $64,000
yeah, there's a
question.
lot of.
All your fans want to know, not my fans,
I
but
think
your fans.
both of us have been hit up with a lot of messages and a lot of mail and questions about things. First, I want to say I did. As you guys know, Simon was on the stream this morning. He and his beautiful wife could not have been more gracious in showing me around Cumberland today, and we went to breakfast this morning. He showed me some incredible viewpoints to take some good things. I've got a lot of video. He's got a beautiful Chrysler 300. Thing just floats down the road. It's hotter than hell, but I managed to get a lot of good video to put together a cinematic feature on Cumberland, which is a very cool mountain town with river running through it and trains. Very interesting town. So I want to thank him and shout at him. And you know what he did when I left town? He said, Rosie, I got one thing that I got for you. He goes to this Italian sub shop, and he's already ordered in and pre-prepared a sub for me from the best Italian sub shop there with the peppers and all the stuff that I could put on my own all in a bag. So an amazingly nice guy to do that. So I could not be more thrilled to have met him. And his wife is a sweetheart too. So.
He's not British, is he?
No.
Okay, I thought maybe he had a British accent, but he wasn't.
Yeah, if I miss anything, I apologize. Hey, Tequila.
Hey, Andrea, is that Andrea?
Yep, I think
Hey, Andrea, what's
Andrea
up?
W. Can't wait
Is
to
that
meet
Tara?
you on.
Or who is that?
Tara's
Tara?
in there.
She keeps on changing her
Hey,
login.
Edward. Hey, Rock and Robin. I can't wait to meet Andrea. We're going to be meeting up on Friday, so that'll be a good.
Come to Kentucky, Rosie.
Love Kentucky, Brandy.
Hey, Andrea, how you doing?
I want to do the bourbon trail down in Kentucky, all the different bourbon houses and stuff. I don't know what got you covered at the market. What is Kitten Cat? Hey, Coop, how you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, nice to see your bid that you popped up and did there too. Thank you. You'd like to stop the SF. So I've got some cinematic stuff coming up. I just put up the crab feast I had in Maryland. Soft crabs. You're a foodie. Soft crab sandwich.
So a little bit with our itinerary. After Michigan. Well, again, before I get into Chicago, your fans are asking, and I think you should address them. When are you going to pick up D-Dubs?
Okay,
I think they need to know, and you haven't really.
Okay.
They're all asking that.
Okay.
It's your fans, not mine. So I think you should at least give them a little bit of an inclination.
Yeah, watch your back. Let's see. Yeah, watch your. Just trying to starting to rain a little bit here.
Yeah.
Putting the windows up.
I think you need to. I'm not saying just give them a little bit of an idea of what's going on.
I will. I just communicated with Dee a few minutes ago. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what's going on. D number one. Dee's priority is his family at the current time. He has a relative that is undergoing surgery here, and very nicely he said my family comes first, which I really thought was a wonderful thing. So he thinks he may be there for a month, and I said, well, I hope everything works out good for you. I said I will do this when I'm done in Chicago. I'll check back with you, and if you're ready to blow out of town at that time, I'm glad to take you back to. I'm glad to hit the road with you again, and we can have some more fun. That Vlog Frog is. Yeah, I haven't seen Blogger Frog stuff in a while.
So excuse me.
Let me put this AC.
In a nutshell, what we're gonna do is, D-Dub has some commitments with his family. So after we leave Michigan here, sometime next week or maybe Sunday or this weekend, we're gonna go to Chicago, and we have two important projects to do on Elisa Marie. One of them is the repair of the Onan generator. The number two project, which is actually more important, is building the box for the Echo Bearcat generator. With the assistance and help of Mr. X and Rosie putting their minds together and Mr. X tools, we're going to make this happen. And then we're going to make some content in Chicago. And there's a little bit of something of everything in Chicago for Rosie. If she wants old buildings, cinematic experience, she's got that. Nightlife, she's got that. Food, she's got that. In addition to all that, and after when all that is over, if D-Dub is ready to go back to Vegas, she's going to go back to Michigan and pick him up and take him back to Vegas. So that's
It'll be
the
his
deal.
call, and he said that's a great plan. Look him up after Chicago.
Exactly.
It's a very quick trip in if he chooses to go at that. That makes a lot of sense. And
Right.
he cares about his family, which is a nice thing.
And it's not that far to go back from Chicago and pick him back up for where he's at.
How you doing, Oda May?
So that's the deal with that.
Well, I don't think Dee has anything against Marshall. I don't think
No,
he said
I
that.
don't have anything against him. He doesn't have anything against me.
I don't think Dee's the kind of person to strike anybody or
No,
do
I don't.
anything like that. So,
But,
hey, Jurassic Pork Chop, how are you?
As for a fact, D has said that he's been watching me. He said many times publicly that he's a fan
Hey,
of Elvis
Monique.
Travels. That he's a fan of Elvis Travels. That he's been watching my channel for how long? He said he's been watching me, right?
Bye, East Coast lady. Oh,
Has he told you that he's been watching me for years?
Yeah, I think for a couple of years or so. on the
Yeah,
channel.
so he's actually a fan of Elvis Travels. I've seen him pop in from time to time, and he's actually a fan of Elvis Travels. So he said that on the record. So
yeah, so I really don't think he would ever.
no, we don't have any beef,
Yeah, I don't.
and I don't even have any beef against Mr. McRoseville. I've offered to say I'll meet you. I don't have any beef against anybody.
I don't think
So-
I think one good thing, at least to this point in time, after 4 years of hangouts, nothing has ever come to violence on YouTube. So I hope it never does.
I think that most people is just, they're just on here to do a show and stuff. Mr. McRoseville pulled out a gun at me in Jory's hangout years ago and pointed at the hangout, but he's not a threat to me. It's all just for show. We all started off at the same time in 2014. We're all here.
Hey,
We're all having a
Jolene,
good time.
thank you,
and,
honey.
and,
Yeah.
So I just want to let people know that. As far as you people wishing violence upon me, or that's you, the people who are faceless, contentless, and you're just an avatar on the screen. And July the 4th, guess what? I'm meeting up with a real doctor, a medical doctor. And he's 28 years old, and he's
Hey,
one of my
hipster.
and he's one of my fans. And he is a doctor. And you know something? I'm really proud to have a fan like that. One fan can make a difference. Whether it's the chairman of the board, Norm F., whether it's my fan tomorrow, one person can make a difference. And all I want to say is that I know everybody loves Rosie and stuff. She's a lovable person. Who doesn't love Rosie? But I'm going to tell you people one thing, and I just want to say this, and I'll let Rosie have the floor. It only takes one person to make a difference in someone's life. Whether it's the chairman of the board, Norm F., whether it's this man that I'm meeting tomorrow, whether it's Mr. X, Jory, it only takes one person. So remember that. That's why I call myself the nomadic Teflon Don. Everything you guys say just falls right off of me. You know why? because it only takes one person to bring me right back up. And that's why I'm just going to say this. The chairman of the board, Norm F., was
Hey, Jen.
the chairman of the board, Norm F., was the dagger and the black heart of each and every one of you trolls out there. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that.
The good news for me is that you're responsible for what comes out of your mouth, and I'm responsible for what comes out of mine.
But do you agree with me that it takes one person to make a difference?
Well,
it can take one person, only one person. Look at the impact.
I've tried to always tell people that no matter how you may feel about somebody, there will always be somebody to take the other counterpoint.
Exactly.
There will always be somebody that comes along over the horizon that's a new person. That feels differently.
Exactly.
But I know that people get frustrated, and but it is what it is. Just be responsible for what comes out of your own mouth. So I like doing things. I like to restore things. I like to build things. So it's going to be for me, is in retirement, it's a fun thing to do now, to spend time doing things productive, and being off the road a little while is good too. Brandy says, I live in Kentucky. Where were you born and raised? You were born and raised in Ypsilanti. Okay. Yeah, Dee didn't say anything last night, so I know. I got here fast today. I don't think he could believe how quickly I got up to.
Rosie, what do you think about one of my fans that's actually a medical doctor that watches me? Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah.
That an actual doctor watches me. And he told me, and a lot of people told me this before, they're like, Elvis, we've watched Nomadic Fanatic for years, but he's boring. We'd rather watch you. I've had so many people tell me that. And you know how this guy found me? It was Tiny Homes.
Hey, Rebecca.
It was Tiny Homes he was looking for, and my channel came up as a recommendation, and then he got hooked, and he said he's been watching me since me and Rosie were hanging out at the Piranha Club.
They said hopefully he's a psychiatrist.
No, he's actually a general medical doctor. You know what it takes to be a doctor, Rosie?
I know, I was married to one.
Oh, well, you know how many years of school that goes?
A lot. How you doing, Mouse Toes? Hey, Nella, it's a massive... Oh, Alan Gold, you control your own life and I'll worry about mine, okay? It doesn't matter what I do, Alan Gold. You never leave a positive comment on anything.
There's so many people that want to meet Rosie, and I'm just one of them. I'm a Rosie fan, so I'm one of you guys. There's no difference. We're all fans of Rosie. We all love Rosie. I'm one of you guys.
Well, I just rolled into town tonight. Met up here, and I'm very interested in honest to goodness, I am interested. One of my weak spots in being a foodie in Santa Rosa is there's absolutely no exposure to Middle Eastern food at all. A lousy doner, like Narse took us to the Jordanian place. He's like, oh hell no. He just took us out of there. He just said that's just crap.
Yeah.
So now I have a chance finally coming up into Michigan to really get a taste and experience really first class Middle Eastern food. If rain here too, I'm not sure. I came through some terrible storms today. We had a bad storm tonight. Love you too, Charlotte. We get bad storms tonight coming through. Awful.
There were some big storms coming through Detroit today.
Now the good news is I was coming up 75 into Detroit and it was 92 degrees, and now it's 72 degrees, so the rain really cooled things off. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, Marshall tends to look at a meetup and he'll tend to think the most positive outcome, and then sometimes he'll come back and it wasn't as good, or we'll see what the report is after he meets. It might be a good meetup for him to meet this guy and then report back later.
Well, you know what it is about YouTube and what the good thing is? There's no rejection on YouTube, because people who like you will just flock to you, and people who don't like you will let you know they don't like you. So
yeah, my guess is my guess is when it comes to, I'm not ignoring anybody. Scratch card. I just answer to things that I want to answer. It's my channel. I have that right to do that.
Like this guy that wants to meet me.
But I'm saying, as far as D is concerned, a couple of weeks might change everything. But his priority is his family, and that's the correct thing. And I think that that's a good thing. You know, his family has been on his side and things like that, and have done things for him, and have been lending a helping hand. Well, now it's a chance to return that. Yeah. To return that.
All your fans want D chooching with you. We all understand that, but this man has commitments with his family, and he wants to spend some quality time with his family, and you people need to understand that and respect that. That's my opinion. Plus, he's got a family. He can't just be. He's not a traveling circus performer to just be on the road, chooching 6 hours a day, 6 miles a day. I mean, he's got a family. He's got commitments and stuff. And
when his commitments are over, he'll have years ahead of chooching or doing whatever he wants to do.
And I think you people need to respect that. That's my opinion. You need to respect this man's.
Hey, Dagan, you're very welcome. Yeah, Simon is a really, really cool guy.
But one thing I want to say about my fan is, he's been watching me for over 3 years. He doesn't have a YouTube channel. He doesn't have a account. He's never commented, but he's been messaging me for over a month since I came to Michigan. He's like, Elvis, I want to meet you. And he's like, I want to meet you one-on-one, and I want to hang out with you. He says, he's a big fan of mine. And that's an honor when somebody says that, hey, I'd rather watch you than Nomadic Fanatic, So he came out of the woodwork.
What does that mean? I'm switching accounts. I can't be a bad mod in blue. I'd like to keep my chats upbeat and positive. How you doing, Fourscore? Oh, you'll be cross-dressing in Vegas in October. That's fun. Need tips on makeup. Let's see. Leaving Monday for Niagara Falls. All right. Have a good time on there. Katie, how are you, sweetie? I don't know. I try to be positive on the chat. A few, yeah.
Which Katie's in there?
Berkeley, what is that? Bexley, he says, I'm confused. A few hours ago you were in Maryland. You're in Michigan now. I really am. I'm in Detroit. I don't think people can believe how...
How can you read that from so far away? Oh, smooth operators in the side chat. Oh, there's been rumors about me. Hey, Mr. X, how you doing?
Ooh, Mr. X.
Mr. X from Chicago is in here.
Yeah, I put down a lot of miles today from Maryland to Michigan, so...
Are you looking forward to meeting Mr. X?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't seen Mr. X since 2015, so I'm looking forward to seeing him. Hey, what's going on, tribe? How are you? So we'll see what happens. We'll see how stuff shakes out with D. He has an open invite to chooch and go back to Vegas. Let him concentrate on family and all that.
You know what D has become to you? You're like Johnny Carson and he's Ed McMahon. So. You can't have the Rosie show. Really, he's a compliment to you. You're like, it's like watching Johnny Carson without Ed McMahon. You have to have D-Dub. It makes your content better. I agree. Yeah. He has your back. He's there.
But I'm very happy now. I'm very happy now that he has chosen to do some stuff with family. Now, I don't have any smell or anything. Let's see.
D-Dub is the Ed McMahon on the Rosie O'Kelly show, and Rosie's Johnny Carson. Make sure you tell D-Dub that.
Hey, Richard, how are you tonight? So this is, everybody knew I was coming back to Michigan anyway, up here to do the food scene in particular. And also to pretty much until I eventually...
It's hard to see these messages here. Yeah. Got an allergy.
Eventually go up to the Upper Peninsula.
You guys, Upper Peninsula? You're going to go to Upper Peninsula?
No, I'm not this time. That'll be the next time. Hey, Goldie, look down at you. He made it so...
and a lot of people have said that D-Dubs is the ultimate traveling companion for Rosie. Ultimate sidekick, the Johnny Carson of the the Ed McMahon of the Rosie O'Kelly show. Here's D-Dub. Remember, here's Johnny.
From Hollywood.
So,
it's the
so
Tonight Show.
Rosie, when she starts her show, now she's got to say, "We're chooching on a Las Vegas afternoon. Here's D-Dub."
Yeah, Andrew said nothing in the UP but bears, no rest stops. That's it. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know a lot about it. People say, "Oh, you have to go up to the UP. It's a different kind of."
Are you going to meet anybody else? You say you're going to meet RN Debs in Iowa, and that's
Yep.
it. There's nobody else.
I'm sure other people pop up all
Probably
the time.
other people pop up all the time.
Zoe popped up on my stream. She's like, "Wait there, don't go anywhere. I'll be there in a couple minutes." She rolled right up and was on the morning stream. Break the news. I don't know what Redneck is talking about. I guess Redneck's getting married. Hey, how you doing, Cornholio? No, I'm running my channel here.
What did Johnny Watt say?
Johnny Watt said you got the money. Yeah, I try to respect everybody. I try to be positive. Hey, D, there's D.
Hey, D, how you doing?
Yeah. There it is. So, like I was saying, D, we had chatted.
D-Dub, D-Dub, I just said that you're a part of the Rosie show now. I'm even used to you. You're like Ed McMahon and she's Johnny Carson, so you can't have the Rosie show without D-Dub.
Well, the thing I
you
also
compliment
like,
her, you know.
Well, the thing I like is he runs his own shows now too, which is a good thing. You know,
Right.
He has his own hangouts, and he's come a very long way in a short period of time. And I said, we texted tonight, and he filled me in on what his plans are. And I said, you know what?
Well,
when I'm done in Chicago, you may be ready to go at that time.
Well, you complement each other. You have the chemistry that Ed McMahon and Johnny Carson has because you guys are into the same thing. So,
yeah. So I'm thinking that, by the time that time comes, I don't know whether it'll be a week or 10 days, 2 weeks out of Chicago. He may feel differently at that time and want to go. So it's an open it's an open invite. It's an open invite to So it's an open invite anytime. So I let him. He's 39 years old. He calls his own shots.
I'll be chooching in Rosie in downtown Chicago. We'll be chooching in Boys Town. We'll be chooching in Wrigleyville, Boys Town, downtown, Chinatown, Little Italy, Greek Town.
Avocado shower. There you go. Hey, you know what? It's Rashid. It's Detroit Rashid Mack. Where are you at? There you go. Yeah, he'll explain everything. So
we'll be chooching Chicago style.
It's true. Woo! What's up, Mr. X? They're shutting down panel hangouts. How you doing, Sammy Jack?
Oh, are they? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, you'll still be able to go live. But
when are they shutting the panel down?
You won't be able to have hangouts with other people on the YouTube platform, but there will be other.
There'll be other platforms. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You've been more places in 24 hours than I've been in 24 years. I like to put down the miles when I go, man. I like to go from place to place to place to place to place.
Hey, I got a question for you guys here, for the whole audience. If Rosie O'Kelly sold merchandise, coffee mugs, bumper stickers, t-shirts, press the number 69 if you would buy it. I've told Rosie many times.
I don't want to do merch.
I just want to ask people, would you buy it? I think she should.
People get enough of me on the daily. So let's see, there we go, 6'9".
All right, you guys love 7K. Press 7K.
Yes, Detroit Rashid Mack.
Press 7K if you guys would buy Rosie O'Kelly merchandise, bumper stickers, t-shirts, coffee mugs, keychains. Press 7K. I know you guys love 7K.
You're
would you buy it? 7K. Press 7K. 7,000. Press it. Come on, guys.
Told you it's raining again. So
yeah.
We shall see. But anyway, it's going to be exciting to meet Lady T tomorrow. That's going to be good. We've been friends for a couple years, so it's finally to put a real life with somebody. So it's going to be a good time. Good time tomorrow. sell bras. I don't think I've worn a bra in 2 years. I don't. As much there, wealth and I makes me want to hit the road. I love West Virginia. You got to hit the road. You guys are gonna love the cinematic video I put together on Cumberland. It's gonna be beautiful. The city, the Queen City of Maryland. Baltimore's like the king, and this used to be the #2 city. Falling on the hard times, but you're gonna see the beautiful place that Simon lives at in Western Maryland. The 40 double D, 38 DDDD, the 38 quad Ds. So, Chairman Norm F in the chat.
Is Norm in there?
Yeah.
Is that the real one though?
Sammy, you're gonna enjoy it. Sammy, I was watching something. I was listening to something yours. I was coming. What the hell was the title of your thing? It's funny as hell.
Is that Jax or Prepper? Sammy Jax or Prepper? You said.
Oh, Sammy Jackson. Here.
Oh, Sammy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's Marsha Fee. Yeah, if he squints, it rubs. Is when you do this.
I just have watery eyes. That's why I do that. Watery eyes.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Quad D's. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, at least.
That's why I squint. Watery eyes. My physical.
Actually, I think I like the positive side of Marshall when it comes to food and the food experience and that.
Well,
kind of,
for the next few, let me just say this for all the Rosie fans. For the next few weeks, you're just gonna have to get used to seeing the King of the Free World and Rosie O'Kelly and Mr. X in Chicago. There's not going to be any D-dubs for a while, and until he gets everything situated with his family. So, I guess you guys are just going to have to used to having. Here's Elvis.
Well, I've got a couple weeks to beat the good side out, to get the good side out. So, oh, there's Oda May. Oh my goodness, she came in minus her wrench.
Does she have a wrench?
Richard, there'll be a lot of good content coming up. I've got the good content from Cumberland. I did the the Maryland style crab feast and all that. So,
what did this guy say here? I don't know what she's been talking about.
Are you doing any singing anytime soon? They want to know if you're doing karaoke.
I got a karaoke machine. The thing is, though, I don't know why Rosie's the audio expert. Every time I sing in it, it seems like the speaker doesn't project onto the phone. You know why? It seems like it doesn't.
I'm not taking any balls. I have just a simple box. What part of West Virginia? See, where Simon lives, you have 3 states that come together right there. Maryland, West Virginia, and really Pennsylvania and Ohio, too. So you drive across the bridge from Cumberland and you're in West Virginia. I don't know what right across the Potomac is West Virginia. I don't remember what the little town was. Aloha, Colleen. Nice to see you. It's just a cool place. West Virginia
Aloha, Colleen. From the Motor City.
West Virginia side has all of the strip clubs and that shit over on that side of
we're live with Rosie from the Motor City. Aloha, Colleen.
Nice to see. Yeah, it is. I've always enjoyed West Virginia. Paw Paw, West Virginia. Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. It's all beautiful. Winchester, Virginia. All down there. Is that the railroad? Baltimore hub? Yeah, Western Maryland. That was the hub for Western Maryland Railway. Maryland Railway.
I got a one-up Colleen. Shlama. That means greetings. Shlama from the Motor City. Shlama.
Drop me a line if you want to know that information, and I will send you the information on that doctor and everything, so I can make it like new@gmail.com. So, the foodie scene here, and I'm definitely looking forward to the foodie scene in Chicago. I want to go back to the Gale Street and see if those tavern ribs were as good as as good as I remember them. And, you know, I never did get to the top of Willage Tower. Plus, last time it was cold as hell.
Oh, Rosie came,
Yeah.
last time she came to Chicago, it was the absolute worst time. It was cold.
Brutal.
We couldn't do anything. This time around, I've been telling her
Woo.
for years to come to Chicago when it's warm. And I'm finally glad that she did.
Come when it's
You could go to
warm.
North Avenue Beach. You could go to Navy Pier. You could go to downtown. You got everything. All the neighborhoods. I mean, everything, you know.
I'll probably chooch the south side on a rolling chooch. It's like yesterday. I guarantee you I would have gotten.
Are you gonna go in your bikini to North Avenue Beach?
Yeah, I would have
Okay.
gotten wiped out yesterday in Baltimore if I had been on foot with the, you know, figure this way, 97 degrees, really rough hoods, and a lot of angry people. And you got a real bad combination. Real bad combo there. So safety dictates that you do that from the safety of your car.
Garib Nawaz.
I want a taste of Chicago. I had a good initial taste, but it wasn't enough. You know, it was not enough. So there's a lot more Chicago I want to do, a hell of a lot more. I'd like to see a Cubs game. I would like to Cupcake Zinger. I would like to see her and get something to eat with her. Got the signature room.
So where's all the Chicago and Detroit fans? Where's everybody at?
The queen of the free world.
Where's
on.
everybody from Chicago and Detroit on here? Any Rosie fans in Chicago or Detroit?
You know, I was going to stop at Monroeville Mall, but it was I got caught in the worst damn downpours today, kit and cat.
Where's Monroeville Mall? What is that?
It's like outside of Pittsburgh, but I was actually past 15 miles to the north, and the weather was horrendous coming out through the Pennsylvania.
That guy says he's in Detroit. Who is that?
Who is that? I'm in Detroit. Ren Mary. Oh, you're here too.
I never even heard of him.
Well, if you want to meet up, let me know. I love how the mods. No, I don't.
Hey, Jen, what's
mods. How you doing, Missy Jenn? Nice to see you. My mods are, you know, they know what to do on the channel.
I want to say one thing. I was driving on 75 and past 8 Mile Road, and it looked like it was the end of the world apocalypse. I thought, I mean, that was scary, man. That was something, just seeing it from the freeway. Man.
It was some
8 Mile Road.
Reminded me of rolling through downtown Baltimore. The
Oh,
same kind
man.
of deal. Just
That's bad.
boarded up houses and stuff. But I'm gonna find the cool stuff.
Look up 8 Mile Road and I-75. It's pretty
I'm
bad.
gonna find some of the cool stuff on here. Don't worry. I'm gonna find.
Who's
some
a
of the
Chicagoan? Who's a... I don't know. He's from Chicago.
I'm not sure.
Any other people from Chicago or Michigan? Where's everybody at?
Hey, Batman, how you doing? Doing good, Missy Jenn. I just rolled into Detroit about 4 hours ago. So
How you doing, Missy Jenn? Nice to see you over there.
I've had people almost shocked comment, how do you get from Maryland to Michigan in you know, five and a half hours or whatever?
I'm
You
surprised that
drive
Rosie
fast.
got her so fast. I thought she was going to take forever. I was ready to go up to Mackinac City, Michigan, because I thought she was going to take forever.
Now what's up in Mackinac City? Is
Oh,
that
Mr. X was
cooler?
telling me about it. Yeah,
Okay.
There's islands up there, and you can only go to the part of the island with an electric car. You can't. You got to go on a ferry. There's water. There's wind. It's cooler. It's like a whole tourist thing. That's what Mr. X was saying. It's
Yeah,
right at the
cool.
northern tip of Michigan, the highest point up there.
So you were going to burn the gas to go up there to do that?
Well, because look how hot it is over here.
Yeah.
Every day you got to deal with the heat, so, you know.
I'll take 72 every night. I think that's pretty. Oh, it's Mackinac. Okay, Mackinac.
Mackinac City, Michigan.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mackinac. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mackinac. I've heard of that before. So scary traffic too. Yeah. You know, the sad thing for me is just when I was hitting Detroit, there was a terrific thunderstorm coming in. So it's, you know, you really had to keep your wits about you on the road. And getting
Yeah.
used to the road system, and making sure not to miss any turns, because it's like Baltimore. If you hit the wrong exit ramp, all of a sudden you're in the hood, man, and it's like you're trying. Your GPS,
so Rosie,
the GPS starts to screw up. And
so Rosie, if you want to give your fans a forecast, a D-Dub forecast, what's your D-Dub forecast that you're going to meet up with? What do you think? In your opinion?
I just don't know what it'll be. We'll meet up again, probably have another crack at Las Vegas, and then take it from there.
Take it from there, yeah.
You know, he's welcome to go down on the Southern California.
All your fans want to know. So,
Lady T, how you doing?
Hey, Lady T, how you doing?
Meeting the lovely Lady T tomorrow. That's going to be a culmination of 2 years of she and I being friends, and tomorrow is the day. Her health permitting to her.
Well, her and Rosie are meeting. I don't know. I don't think she's going to meet me, so I don't think she has anything against me, but I'll probably be doing something else. So,
Deb, how you doing? No, she said she would. She just doesn't prefer to be on video, which I cannot.
Is that RN Deb?
So, no, that's Deborah R.
Oh, okay.
You know, I've had a couple people like Zoe yesterday. She preferred not to be on cam, and KM and some other. You know, it depends. And the Queen of Buffalo and other. But we respect that. So, midnight sitting tonight. What does that mean, midnight sitting? I'm not sure.
I don't know. They can't see what's behind us, can they?
No.
There's some signs back there, so I don't know.
I don't think you can see anything out the.
Why don't you put that? I don't know why you leave those open all the time like that. So.
What thing?
Why don't you put your curtain?
What can you really see behind it? You just see a car going by and all that.
Yeah, that's cool.
How you doing, Deb? Nice to see you. I feel bad tonight, so I hope just let us know if you're, I'll call you in the morning. Go Churchill, Madison, and Cicero. There we go. Let's see. Oh, Roosevelt and Cicero. Oh, thank you, Pam. Pam on the Lamb says, love the Baltimore visit. Good content. I hope you'll watch a real Maryland-style crab eating there when I eat the hard-shell crab and have the soft-shell crab sandwich. That was unbelievably tasty. Get that mallet out, cracking those crabs open and eating it. Woo!
Hey,
man.
Rosie's only got 27 thumbs up.
Hey, how you doing, Tasha? What's going on?
At a 190.
Tasha's like, can I get a time slot tonight? There you go.
You guys should get more thumbs up for Rosie. Only 28 out of 189. Come on, folks. Give her a thumbs up. This isn't Elvis Travels. It's Rosie O'Kelly. Where's all the Rosie fans? Give her a thumbs up. Wake up. Thumbs up for Rosie. Come on, guys. What's wrong with you guys? You lethargic peasants?
Been able to keep you going. Glad you made it. Thank you very much. I made it just safely. When I go from point to point, from place to place, man, I like to put some miles down. I don't like to linger around and.
Hey, Colleen, Schlama from the Motor City. Hey, Colleen, listen to this. Colleen, Schlama from the Motor City. Are you feeling lucky tonight, Colleen?
Hey, Jeffrey, how are you? Jeffrey, what's going on? Woo! Nice to see you, Jeffrey Perez, my friend from, I think, Indiana down there. So, hoping a good chat. Long to see. Well, I'm keeping it positive. I love to have a positive chat. How you doing, Love Jones? You know, I
gotta say something to Colleen. Colleen, you feeling frisky tonight?
Sit back. I don't like to do negative chats. I like to keep
I'm just saying
anybody. Every chat is a self-contained unit. I like to keep it positive and happy. Let's see, because I don't see anything negative. There's been nothing negative tonight, and if it goes, I won't let it go negative. That's for sure. Knock it off, okay? Knock it. I don't even know what schlemiel or whatever the hell you're saying.
Schlama means hello.
Oh,
in Syrian, Schlama. Oh. Shlomo and Hebrew shlomo and a certain shlama.
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 Shlama Zoo. Yeah, give me a woo. Yeah, thank you. Hey, there's Simon. I got to tell Simon. Let me just say this, Simon. It was so thoughtful of you to, at the end of it, to stop by that place, and you had pre-ordered a sub, all the fixings for a sub from your favorite place down there, and presented me with that
was
bag.
it good?
Oh man, that was good. I had half of it in Pennsylvania, and the other half of it rolling into Detroit. That was so sweet of you, and it was so nice to meet you and your lovely wife, and cruise around in your Chrysler 300 like the king of Cumberland out there. That's what I'm calling him now, the king of Cumberland. That was awesome. Yeah, there's people. I don't think it's pretty quiet around here tonight, so I don't see a lot of people around.
It's a long sentence. What is that person saying? It's like a paragraph. You read that?
Yeah, I can't really get that. The Marshall guest for Yahoo and asking for. That's what I reported your PayPal account and your Yahoo for harassment, asking for financial information. Well, I would say that's your problem, Marshall, not mine. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to drive around. I'm going to be driving around some of the hoods of Detroit, too. Can't wait to do that. Looking around a little bit. But the positive side, I've always been fascinated by industry, particularly industry from the 1880s to the 1930s, and that falls right in Ford Motor Company and all these places up here, so I'm very excited. Yeah Man on Saturday, I'm hoping Yeah Man is going to take me around to some of the more, like maybe Deerfield and some of the other places up here. It should be interesting. It can make a lot of good content coming. My mother-in-law fell and been taken to the ER. Please keep her in your thoughts. She hit her head and possibly. Oh my goodness, Sarah, I'm sorry to hear that. Wow. Don't get shot or robbed. Well, yesterday in Baltimore kind of primed me up again, so I'm good. It's about as bad as it gets. Go to the Packard plant. Yeah, I would love to. I'd love to see that. What are you looking at, Missy Jenn? Not even for me. Oh, boy. I don't know what I didn't really feel like eating. That sub was very filling. That was really good. Can you imagine how thoughtful that is to say, hey, I got this pre-called in for you. Here's your whole package. You can take it with you on the road. Wasn't that awesome? Wasn't that awesome? Shlemiel Shlemazel, Mazel Tov Incorporated. And let's see, be safe out there. You're not like it was chooching a grocery store today, huh? Yeah, Japanese today. Yeah, it was Janet's birthday, and once again, I want to give a shout out to Janet and wish her a happy birthday. Simon says, thank you, Rose. That was one for the memory charge. So grateful, appreciation, love, and respect to our journeys meet up once again. I certainly hope that we are able to meet again and do the whole real good Cumberland and West Virginia chooch. I don't think Marshall really knows Simon that well. I don't think it's ever been on your radar. He's just a nice guy.
All I know about him is I saw him on Dave's Hangout for a little bit. I don't know that much about him.
He was really positive. His wife was lovely to take all that time. No problem to take his time and take us all around. That's fun. That's it. Are you going to Dave and Becca's house? Elvis, are you going to Dave and Becca's house?
I'm not planning to go towards Iowa or nothing like that. I think
Hey,
se-
Jessica.
seems like Becca got a job.
Every chat is what you make it, Jessica. If you want to have a positive experience, I deliver a positive experience. I don't do negative
I got a
hangouts.
question for the audience that I want to
I
ask.
don't make fun of people. I don't berate people.
I got a
don't,
question for the audience that I
I
want to
can
ask.
only be responsible
Yeah.
for what comes out of my
Does
mouth.
anybody know what happened to Stickers? Is he still in America or is he back home?
I've lost that whole storyline.
I'm just curious, just to ask the audience.
I've lost that whole storyline of all that.
Is he staying in America or is he going back to England? Because Nomadic's Fanatic made a video on him. I'm just curious. Does anybody know? Is he still here? Or is
Why
he
did Nomadic Fanatic make a video?
Because that guy's been trolling him for years.
Oh, so he thought now's a chance to kind of return the favor a little bit.
Yep.
I'm surprised though he would use his channel to do that. You know, I mean to step out and break the frame, so to speak, and come out and talk about something like that. I said Stickers is a genius. What's been your Love Jones says, what's been your favorite spot so far this trip? Probably hanging out with my dad for 2 days was real good. And my favorite, it's been such a very long journey. I've had so many wonderful experiences. Just trying to think. I don't know. There's nothing that really is. They've all been so good.
Rosie said today she's getting fatigued and tired of being on the road. She's starting to feel fatigued because she's been on the road.
Yeah, it's gonna take it easy. That's why I like to do my travel in big chunks, get it done, and then stay someplace for 4 or 5 days, and then sell out and hit it hard.
Am I doing a hangout tonight? Maybe. I think I might do a short one for my fans after I'm done with Rosie's here. I might do a short one, I think, and pop in.
Yeah, I haven't been in the Lisa Marie since I've seen you for weeks. I've been in it.
What does Lady T say? She's talking to somebody else, right?
No, I think it's very comfortable tonight, Odame. It's pretty comfortable. Things really cooled down. It's like I'm pretty lucky in that regard. I'm really glad I made this decision to bug out of Baltimore yesterday with the heat. Ooh,
yeah.
Man, that would have been roasting. Yeah, I've kind of lost the thread. Hey, Bubba Bug. I've kind of lost the thread on Stickers. I don't know. I don't follow all the legal drama.
Yeah, I was just curious if anybody knew what happened to him, if he's going back to
my opinion is
England
just up to a court of law to adjudicate that. And Baltimore was really nice. Yeah, it was good. I guess the high point would be standing on Federal Hill and looking at the skyline up there, and just.
Is that where you met Zoe?
I actually met her northeast of Baltimore City, a little bit out there. I was boondocking out on the outskirts there, so I'm officially a van dweller now. How many nights have I nailed down? I mean, I'm a van dweller on the go too. On the go.
Well, Rosie
You've seen how stealth this can be.
Yeah, a lot of people say this to me, and they said it for years, right? Hey, Elvis, I've been on the road. I've clocked so many miles. You might have clocked a lot of miles, Rosie. You might have clocked a lot of miles. But let me tell you one thing. You might have clocked thousands of miles. But you're talking to a man that's been living this life for 4 years. And when it comes to this life, when it comes to Class B camper vans, there's only room for one king, and there's only one Royal Chariot, baby. And you've got to look at it and learn to love it. 4 years I've been on the road.
You've been observing.
4 years.
You've been observing me for the better part of a month since I've been on the road now. Are you impressed how I'm utilizing the van here and how stealth it is for?
I'm impressed, but I think that
You wanted to build out more.
I think that you should have did a build out with a bed and a computer desk so you could do all your editing. I think you should have a little generator on here and a little air conditioner to make it more comfortable. I just consider this a sleeping van. It's not.
That's all I want to do.
It doesn't have any sort of a containment to it, and it's kind of like a weekend van. So, but that's what it is.
That put down. That's funny. No, I'm very proud of myself for having come out and doing it. And it's one thing to boondock and be in the same city, in the same spot, the same Walmart day after day. It's another thing to hit different towns and figure out where you're going to boondock. Like last night, I made a bad choice right next to the damn railroad tracks, and they were coupling and uncoupling cars all night there, and the noise and everything. How many miles on a Lisa Marie?
78,000 approximately. I've clocked a lot of miles on the Lisa Marie. I bought the Lisa Marie in 2014. She had 38,000 miles, approximately 38 to 43,000, I'm not sure. And now, after going full time on the Lisa Marie since August of 2015, and this August will be 4 years, I've already got 78,000 miles on the Lisa Marie.
Thank you.
So man, I've clocked more miles than you, technically. I've been on the road also.
Oh, kitten cat.
Four winters in Florida, 5 in Chicago, and technically, if you clock in all the miles, I've clocked more miles than Rosie on the road. Much more miles. I've got more camping time, but I don't just talk about it. I live the life. And whether you people like me or not, the bottom line is I've been living the life. I'm not sitting in somebody's basement, attic. I'm not Ginger Boy and Daddy's garage. I'm not Bergie Boy in Mommy's attic.
I'm doing good. Yeah, thank you.
I'm not in a basement. I'm living on the road, folks.
Yeah, it's good. I've said most of the things that I want to say. I just want to say number one, just to recap, I'm very happy to be back in Michigan. I'm extremely happy to be in Detroit. I meet the city as I meet every city with maximum respect to the people, the surroundings, the history of the place. I'm looking forward to get into that. I don't always buy into the image of, this city's faded and things are gone downhill. A lot of our industrial cities are that way, but people still live here and people still have to make a go of life, and I want to just judge the city accordingly and spend the time, eat the food, meet the people, see the sights, and it's going to be great. That's number one. Number two, about Dee, I wish Dee's family member the best of luck. I know who it is there. Please, that surgery's coming up. I'm very proud of Dee for sticking there and doing the things, taking care of family first. Very proud of that. And I give him the option when the time comes and I'm ready to finally leave Chicago, that he's certainly welcome. By that time, he may be ready to go and say, let's go back to, let's hit the road again. He will have that option. He is always welcome to chooch with me. He'll also be welcome, if he cares to, the Southern California swing of San Diego. Still to come up this summer. That's the second half of the summer. The LA and San Diego.
I'm glad that you cleared this all up, because I've been hearing from people for days. D-Dub wants to fight Elvis. D-Dub doesn't want to meet Elvis. That's why you don't want to meet Elvis. And I've been hearing it over and over and over again. You people have been pounding this on the side chat. No. And finally we got this. No, we got this out, so you people can stop running your mouths about that. I got tired of listening to that day after day.
D is he's what I call a gentle soul. He's a very nice person. He's a person that had, experienced the rough side of life as a teenager and as a young man, and then he pushed past that. And is
So
now,
you're saying you want him to choose you in California too, in San
no,
Diego?
I'm saying he's always welcome to be
okay.
chooching me. He's always
Right.
welcome to be chooching me. What I like is he's focusing on
No.
family now and doing projects
Exactly.
around the house and getting things in order to make to help. Let's see. Scratch. I don't think you ever gave me a thumbs
I'm
up.
not. Let me say this. I'm not jealous of D because me and him live two lifestyles. I'm a van
Oh,
dweller.
I've been in LA tons of times.
Can I just answer this if
Yeah.
you don't mind? I'm not jealous of D because me and him live two lifestyles. I'm a van dweller. I'm fully self-contained. My audience, my show, what I do is different. I don't want to chooch 6 miles a day and chooch in hoods. That's not what I do. That's not what my channel is about. I have nothing to be jealous with him about because what Rosie enjoys doing, he enjoys doing. They love to chooch in the hood for 6 hours
I
a day,
agree.
6
You have
miles a day.
You have different interests.
They enjoy that. That's their thing. I'm not jealous of that because I don't want to do that. There's nothing for me to be jealous of him about because I don't really have that much in common with him. I'm not into that. And my lifestyle is different. I'm a different person. There's nothing it's nothing that I'm missing out on that I want to do. That. I'll choose with Rosie in Chicago, like I said. And in the tourist areas and nightlife areas, but I don't want to do the hood chooching. I've already said that before. I don't want to do that, but she enjoys doing that. And as long as that makes her happy, I'm happy for her, and I'm glad that D is with her. At least she's got somebody watching her.
I don't think anybody.
But I'm not. There's nothing for me to be jealous of him about. I'm not jealous of him in any way, shape, or form. I'm happy that I'm actually happy. I support him. That he's with Rosie.
Thank you very much, love.
I'd rather.
My bottom line is this.
Yeah.
People have YouTube channels. People that choose to create content. It's not often an interest. You don't expect interest to overlap. You care more about the food and the nightlife and experience like that. I like history and I like cinematic things to be put into videos. I don't think there's anything to be jealous of. As he said, it's two different.
It's two different. We're two different people. But I'm happy that he's with Rosie because I'm worried about her. I've told her many times I'm worried about her chooching in these bad areas, and now he's with her. He can kind of have her back. So it's a good thing. I've told her before I'm worried about her chooching in these bad areas, and that's just my opinion. But there's nothing for me to be jealous of him about because we don't really have the same interests. I don't have the
Well, I've showed
interest
you as far as my chooching goes that I've already proven through Baltimore and other. It's not always negative. It's not always being in bad places. It's being in the. It's also being in the good places and enjoying. Like taking you up to the homes of Guilford and Baltimore,
we did in Toronto.
the beautiful homes.
Right.
I did the same thing with Cumberland. I didn't tell Simon, "Hey, take me to the ghetto of Cumberland." I said, "Let's show people how beautiful this mountain town
Didn't
is."
two of your fans say? I think Bella Rose said, and even Kim said that they enjoy your hood chooching, but they wouldn't do it themselves.
Exactly.
There's a lot of people that say that they watch Rosie. But they wouldn't do it themselves. It's the same thing with me. I watch as a fan too, but she's got her own interest, and
now what was unusual is that with Dee that our interests perfectly overlap. So we have that we enjoy sharing in common. That we both have the fascination with street streaming, which is a great
can I
thing.
give this? I want to give this opinion to just rest us also. I think, in my opinion, if I was D-Dub, I wouldn't live in hostels. I think he should get a minivan or some kind of van, build it up, live in it, and then have a rack for his scooter and put the scooter in the back and follow Rosie. That way he'd have his own space, he'd have his own van, his own scooter, and he could be a part of the channel with her. He'd be like I'm saying, the Ed McMahon, and she's Johnny Carson.
Well,
that's just my opinion.
It gives him a goal to shoot for, and I think he has expressed the opinion of Van. But I'm going to get off that subject because D rows his own boat. He oars his own canoe, so he will be fine. But just to explain it, the reason we hit off good was because we have that shared interest in street streaming.
Street streaming, exactly.
but I would not have taken him on the streets of Baltimore yesterday, or or have subjected. JK NoCal, how you doing? Nice to see you. But I told
Squinting
Simon
my
when I left Cumberland today, I'm gonna make your city beautiful, man. And he's like, it already is, but I'm gonna show you a real cinematic
and the
thing.
people commenting about my squinting, I have watery eyes. That's why I'm squinting. I have watery eyes. If you guys want to know that, people keep on commenting about that. So
Yeah, I don't know. It's something I've seen you do for years. Drop that in a lady manner and just telling the. I don't have any problem with the behavior as long as things are positive on my chat. I'm very happy. I don't run negative chat streams. I like to have a positive chat stream. If he can sit here and be positive on my stream, then I have succeeded. What he does on his own streams is his.
is this still rated outside? Can I put this window down? Or?
Yeah, it's still
rated. Okay, so
I can ask him, be positive, be nice, but at the end of the day, it's
in your opinion,
it's telling other people there's a lot of people I'd like to tell on YouTube, be a nicer person on YouTube. But what's the point? It's just going to be the same.
In your opinion, in the long run, don't you think that D is a perfect candidate for living in a van compared to?
Yeah, I think he'd be a very, very good van dweller. Yeah, I think he would enjoy that. Yeah, exactly, Lady T. The Baltimore and Detroit hood's like a Philadelphia hood. It's like a Camden, New Jersey hood. It's like a little bit of the Oakland hood. They're all the same. Not to associate. That's why you choose not to associate. I don't mind associating with people. If I'm on the road and stuff like that, I care at the time that somebody is around me that it's a positive experience. We tend to focus on one person with a tremendous amount of attention. But in my opinion, there's a lot of people, not a lot, but there's a few people in the community very negative. There's very terrible stuff that's coming down.
Right.
I don't choose to be associated with that, but because I don't enjoy it. But I can control what goes on within my own channel and keep it positive. If it goes negative, I just shut it down. It's not any big deal. I'm not going to come on to a chat and flame people. I'm not going to come on a chat and piss people off.
Let me answer the kitten cat. My only interest in Rosie is to raise money off her audience. No, because Rosie's audience is different than my audience. The majority of people that watch Rosie don't watch me. Half of them probably don't watch me and stuff. I don't see any of my supporters in here. Most of the people that watch Rosie don't watch me, or probably 50% don't watch me. 50% or more haven't donated to me in any way. I'm just honored to support Rosie. I'm not on here to...
Hey, Movie Buff says a horrible storm tonight. Boy, I'm glad the tree didn't hit your house. Damn.
Where is she from?
Damn. Movie Buff is around Maryland, there. Going to meet him next time through... But I don't buy into the, I try to meet people individually and have a good time and be positive and get the food experience and just kind of do my own thing and bring that kind of positive content. And that's why I think a lot of people come to the channel, regardless of who's on the channel or what's going on. I don't watch a lot of his streams myself. I missed the drive out of Maryland. That was a lovely drive, but he likes to drive at night. I like to be a daytime driver. It's too spooky out, and no lights on the highways, and it's scary. Crab dinner, didn't that look good? I showed people the experience of the crab feast there, cracking the crabs and having a soft crab sandwich and all that. I love doing that stuff. Hey, RV Deb, how are you? Nice to see you. Had quite a trip so far. I have. Tomorrow will be day 24.
RV Deb's journey. I want to say one thing. I always try to comment on your chat, but I'm blocked. So can you please unblock me? I think either you blocked me or one of your moderators blocked me for no reason. Good. I don't know why. So if you could block me out, unblock me, I'd appreciate it. I try to tune in sometimes, and I'm blocked.
How do I like Pennsylvania? Pennsylvania is... the Pennsylvania roads, you do not see a lot because Pennsylvania is so heavily treed along like 81 when you're coming down from, say, Syracuse down through to Harrisburg and stuff. You're going between hills that are heavily treed, so you don't see a lot on Pennsylvania roads. But Ohio, you see all the farms, farmland. It's a totally different. Pennsylvania is so heavily wooded up there, but I enjoy Pennsylvania. I like the people in Pennsylvania a lot. So I said the other night, he doesn't want Elvis sloppy. Kojak. How many days have you been on the road? Tomorrow will be day 24. Hard to believe. Moving. Schmiggy, how you doing? How you doing, Schmiggy? Yeah, day 24 on the road, and I've boondocked so many nights now I've lost count in the van, and I've never had a bad night's sleep so far, knock on wood. I know hot days are coming. I don't have to be home at any particular time. I don't have to be. I'm thinking it's probably going to end up, I don't know if I'll go back. Depends on D. If he chooses to go back to Vegas after I'm done in Chicago, I'll go there. If he not, I'll just keep I-80 all the way into Reno, Nevada, and then into Santa Rosa. So it depends. What do you miss from home? I miss Missy Jenn, seeing her in the morning. I miss seeing my Missy Jenn.
You miss George?
I miss the weather, the sunny days. I miss the being on the I miss Georgie a lot too. I miss Bobby. I miss the boss and Janet. It is Janet's birthday today. Happy birthday, Janet. You're officially an old bat. So do you miss your bed? No, I've made this thing so comfortable back here that it's like a palace for me. Yeah, happy birthday, Janet. Happy birthday, Janet. Yeah, my best friend since 2008. Grumpy but good. She doesn't like Marshalls.
Who is that?
Janet Fields.
Janet. Is she in there?
I'm hoping to meet the other Janet, his sister, when I'm in Chicago too, and hopefully get to go to an Assyrian club and get that experience of that, or in some of the nightlife there. So, Trump vote card, yeah. Tribe, there's still time to perform some magic on that. Anyway, hopefully, I'm going to go ahead as I'm closing down. Lady T, I'm hoping that your health permitting tomorrow and how you're feeling. I'm so friggin' excited about seeing you tomorrow. I'm excited to have the 4th of July to myself to sort of roll around Detroit. It won't be real crowded downtown on that day. It'll give me a chance to look around. Then on Friday is Andrea, and Saturday is Yeah Man. And then Sunday will be freestyling on Sunday. So he already has an invite to meet everybody that I'm going to meet. So we'll see how it all turns out. Wash your van out before you wash your van. Oh, come on, you guys. Yeah, let me know in the morning, Lady T. It's all good, honey. So I will, no panties Thursday. There you go. So I want to thank you guys. Go ahead.
Yeah, before Rosie wraps up, I'm gonna have a hangout on my channel after this is done. I'm gonna have a brief hangout. So tune in to Elvis Travels if you want to tune in.
Yeah, maybe I'll sit in and not cuss.
And well, Rosie,
I haven't been in Elisa Marie since I've met up with him again. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. McFly, take care. Jen, all my moderators, everybody. Thank you for keeping it upbeat and positive tonight. I always appreciate that. Woo! From Detroit, Michigan, signing off. Have a great night.